Good morning, everybody. This is Courtney and Tucker, Heloise, and Annie. We're outside because it's such a beautiful day, and we're glad we get to do the Sunday school lesson with all of you. All right, so let's stand up, get some wiggles out. Everybody at home, stand up and get your wiggles out. Let's sing our Topher the Gopher song. You don't have to if you don't want to. Okay, you ready? Topher the Gopher, 1, 2, 3, digs a hole right under me. Slowly I start sinking down until I'm sitting on the ground. All right, I'm so glad everybody's here today and everybody at home. So glad you're watching with us today. In just a little bit, we're going to make a Bible story movie. Ooh, doesn't that sound fun?
I've heard that.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. On the count of 3, let's shout hooray for Bible story movie. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hooray!
Today's true Bible story is going to teach us that my church helps me and I help my church. That's our big idea for today. Let's say it together. My church helps me.
My church helps me.
And I help my church.
I help my church.
That's true. My church helps me and I help my church. In fact, that's what our memory verse teaches us. All right? Let me teach it to you. Carry one another's heavy loads, like I'm picking up something heavy.
Carry one another's heavy loads.
If you do, march in place, you will fulfill, thumbs up. You will fulfill the law of Christ, like we're making a cross. Galatians 6:2. Let's try it one more time. Carry one another's heavy loads. If you do, you will fulfill the law of Christ. Galatians 6:2. Really good job. All right, I think we're ready for our Bible story. Heloise, do you want to do the Bible story? Just do them in any order, okay? Just whatever order they're in.
Have fun.
We're going to have fun today.
Be kind.
We're going to be kind. What's the last one?
Be safe.
Be safe. Topher says be safe. In fact, here's Topher.
I want to hold
He's a little wet because Millie got him for a minute. I think Annie wants to hold him, okay? You want to hold him? Okay, we'll set him right here. And he's going to be here for our Bible lesson with us today. They know who Millie is. Millie's our dog. I think you all know that. We told you about our dog. Okay, in just a minute, we're going to make our Bible story movie. But first, I want to teach you all a word. You may know this word, or you may not. The word is, listen up, get your ears out. The word is encourage. Can everybody say encourage?
Encourage.
Encourage. All right, so encourage means to say or do something that makes people feel happy about themselves. So I'm going to say some different things to you. And I want you to decide in your brain if you think they're encouraging or not, okay? If they're encouraging words, I want you to clap your hands and say, that's encouraging. But if they're not, I want you to just sit on your hands. Everybody at home, you can do this too and not say anything. That means they're not encouraging. All right, you ready? Okay, here's the first one. You are such a good friend. That's encouraging. Great job. Okay, how about this one? You are very nice. I like playing with you. Yeah, that's encouraging. All right, how about this? I don't like that shirt you're wearing. Yeah, let's sit on our hands. That's not encouraging. Okay, how about this one? I like your picture. You're so good at drawing. Yeah, those are encouraging words. You know, one thing we say at home is that our words have power to build others up or to tear them down. So another way to think about encouraging others is to say words that build people up and make them feel good about themselves. Okay, so I think we are ready for our Bible story. If you're feeling ready to learn about a man named Barnabas who is really good at encouraging people, wiggle your fingers in the air. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Everybody home, wiggle, wiggle. All right, that means we need to get our Bible out of our super duper Bible box. Okay, here's our Bible. What do we say when we get our Bible out? It's true. It's true. The Bible is true. Let's say it one more time. It's true. It's true. The Bible is true. Okay, I think y'all are ready to make our Bible movie. So what we're going to do is I'm going to tell you different parts of the story, and I'm going to give you one little action to do, and I'll say, lights, camera, action, and I'll film you. And parents or adults at home, you can use your phone if you want to film your kid at home doing whatever the action is. Okay, so that's going to be our movie. All right, so here's the first part. In the Bible, in the book of Acts, the disciples told everyone about Jesus. And when the people heard about Jesus and the amazing things that he did, they became believers and followed Jesus. So let's pretend to be one of the new believers. When I say action, give yourself a big hug and say, I love Jesus so much. You ready? Lights, camera, action.
I love Jesus so much.
Awesome. Cut. Nice work. Cut means it's over. All right, so this is the next part. The believers never yelled, that's mine. Instead, they shared everything they had with each other. If one believer needed food, another believer would share their lunch with him. If one believer needed clothes, another believer would give them a shirt. If one believer needed a place to stay, another believer would invite them inside. So when I say action, let's pretend to open the door and say, you can live with me, because that's what the believers did in the book of Acts. Are you ready?
Yep.
Lights, camera, action.
You can live with me.
Awesome. Cut. That was wonderful. All right. There was a believer named Barnabas who loved to help and encourage people. One day, Barnabas sold his field and he gave the money to the disciples so they could help other people with it. When I say action, here's what I want you to do. You ready? When I say action, I want you to hold your hand out like Barnabas and say, I sold my field. Here's the money. Everybody at home, you're going to do that too. All right. You ready? When I say action, here's what you're going to do. Ready? Lights, camera, action.
I sold my field. Here's the money.
Awesome. Cut. Great job. Barnabas helped and encouraged a man named Paul. Y'all have heard of Paul. Wherever Paul went, Barnabas went too. He encouraged Paul and he helped him tell everybody about Jesus. So let's pretend to be Barnabas. When I say action, you're going to walk in place like you're following Paul, and you're going to say, you can do it, Paul. You ready? All right, everybody at home, you ready? Lights, camera, action.
You can do it. You can do it.
Great. Cut. He was encouraging Paul. So Barnabas also helped and encouraged a man named Mark. Paul didn't think Mark was ready to travel with them, but Barnabas stuck with Mark anyway. He encouraged Mark and he helped him grow wise and strong in his love for Jesus. Let's pretend to be Barnabas again. When I say action, I want you to give someone next to you a high five and say, you can do it, Mark. Ready? Lights, camera, action.
You can do it, Mark.
Here, Annie. You do me? Okay. Great job. Okay, that's a wrap. Those were all of our actions for our Bible story movie. So in our story today, Barnabas helped and encouraged lots of people. And Jesus wants us to help and encourage lots of people too. I've got an idea. Let's practice saying some encouraging things. Okay? Let's pretend like we're going to say some encouraging things to Heloise. Okay? Because it was just her birthday. So here's Heloise. Let's pretend like Heloise is feeling kind of sad and she's had a really rough day. What are some nice things we could tell Heloise to cheer her up? What's an idea? Tucker, what do you think? Okay. Annie, can you think of something encouraging you could say to Heloise to cheer her up? I've got an idea. How about something we could say to Heloise if she were feeling sad? We could say, Heloise, you're a really kind friend. Can we say that together at the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. Heloise, you're a kind friend.
So I'll take you out to ice.
And everybody at home, you can pretend like maybe a stuffed animal. Maybe you have a stuffed animal, and you can pretend like your stuffed animal is having a hard time, or a brother or sister at home, and you can practice saying encouraging words to somebody around you. So we can think about nice things we can tell people. Our friends can definitely use an encouraging word. All right. One of the best things about being part of a church is that people at church can encourage each other with nice words. And even though we're far apart from our friends right now, there are lots of ways we can encourage each other. We can maybe call a friend or FaceTime or write a letter to someone in our church and encourage them. Those are all things that we can do. Because remember our big idea, your church helps you and you help your church. Hey, that's our big idea, right, Tuck? I think that we should tell it to our parents and remind some people around us that that's our big idea for the week. Maybe we should practice first. Who should we practice with? Here's Topher. He's taking a little nap. He's falling asleep again. We got to wake him up. Are you ready? Everybody at home, you can help us. At the count of 3, say wake up Topher really loud. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wake up, Topher! Oh, goodness. Thank you for waking me up from my nap. Hey, everybody. What's the big idea? All right, do y'all remember the big idea? Everybody at home, we're going to say it together. You ready? My church helps me, and I help my church. Oh, thank you for sharing that big idea with me.
And he said, now I'm going to take
All right. Yeah, now he's going to go back to sleep. Okay, now he's back to sleep. All right, thank you all for coming today. We really miss you all. I miss seeing you and being with you in Sunday school, but I'm glad that we can connect this way. Let's close in prayer. So let's all bow our heads and close our eyes. Y'all can repeat after me. Dear Jesus,
Dear Jesus,
thank you for my church.
thank you for my church.
Help me say and do nice things.
Help we say and do nice things.
So I can encourage others.
So I can encourage others.
I love you, Jesus.
I love you, Jesus.
Amen.
Amen.
Hopefully it works.